Welcome. I'm Jeff Scarborough, a licensed therapist. I'm glad you're here. In life, hope and fear are closely linked. Both naturally arise out of difficult times. One pulls us away from something, and one draws us closer to something. Both are a result of the unknown, of what may happen. Physically, they even look the same. Our palms get sweaty, our hearts race, we're excited or anxious. Despite their differences, fear and hope aren't negative or positive. They aren't simply pessimistic or optimistic. More to the point, fear and hope aren't opposites, but drivers for each other. Barbara Fredrickson is a professor at UNC Chapel Hill and is an expert in positive psychology with research in authentic happiness. She says, hope then is not the counter-argument. Hope is not the positive concept against fear. Hope is what follows fear as the necessary next step. Fear is the mother of hope, and hope will be next. Hope is a positive emotion that arises when we find ourselves in situations requiring courage. It asks us to be willing not only to act, but also to receive. Great minds of their generation have shown us this time and time again. Mark Twain said, "Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear." Martin Luther King Jr. showed the world that dreaming can make a difference. He said, "Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that." Hope and courage allow us to rewrite or change our story. This may be the story of our life, overcoming addiction, scarcity, or abuse. This may be the story of our collective history, Harriet Tubman's hope of freedom, the courage to escape bondage and free others. This may be the story we all tell ourselves, shifting the belief that there are only two outcomes to a situation, good or bad, success or failure. All experimentation and iteration should count as progress. Iteration being the ability to adjust what you're doing over time to continue moving forward around or through obstacles, rather than being tripped up. None of us are strangers to fear of failure or hardship. Our brains are even wired to protect us from it. You can stand up to the brain's habenula, that's the overprotective part of the brain that kills your motivation, by seeking hope. Find hope in gratitude. This can be as simple as saying 3 things you're grateful for at the end of the day, no matter how big or small. Maybe you ran into an old friend at the grocery store. Maybe you didn't hit any red lights on your drive home. And maybe your kids didn't fight all night. Calling attention to these beacons of light, as MLK Jr. said, helps to drive out the darkness. Leverage the gratitude and intention feed in the Fresh Try app to begin building a practice of gratitude. When you repeat something every day, your brain begins to recognize that this is what you want your life to be. Once it can see the pattern, it begins creating new habit pathways to help ingrain the habit into your daily routine. Find hope in letting go of what's no longer serving you, releasing the limiting belief that everything is black and white. Frees your mind. It opens your world to opportunity and possibility. Hope and fear are not opposites. Hope is a process. It's an evolution. It's an opportunity knocking on your door. You can use this opportunity to your advantage to iterate, to keep in mind that practice makes progress. Iterating or experimenting your way through life allows you to keep hold of your hope. It allows you to believe that habit is a practice, not an ultimatum. This will prompt you to keep trying instead of giving up. When we have the courage to act on hope, we grow into our own potential. We can lean on our fears and use them as opportunities to learn. We can adapt. We can grow, constantly redefining and redesigning ourselves. Fresh Try is honored to be with you on your own journey and self-discovery. I'm Jeff, and thanks for joining me.